Hi, it's 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox. And today I've got a fun 2v2 for you and a little bit of a 1v1. So Gavin said, do you fancy a 2v2? And so I kind of expected it to be the MOSA boys. And then Super Blaze turned up as one of the 2v2 and I was like, oh, we've lost. Ash got focused, which is an unusual situation. I'm so used to being first focus in fights. But then it's a sensible move because Ash is way more damaging than me. Yeah, we decided to focus Ga5in, not Blaze. I think that was probably a mistake because he's got a bank tank and he has a lot of shields. I did my best to ram the hell out of him. I am in my Ramber, the Frag Ramber, which is a specifically designed ramming ship, super heavy and super ridiculous. And yeah, Ash was in his 5 PA thermal conduit ship, so we had a lot of DPS and firepower. Ga5in has a lot of banks on that thing. That thing is yeah, very difficult to take down actually. You need kind of consistent weapons like it. You need some gimbals. At this point Ash having trouble with Blaze, you really need to peel, so I was trying to get Blaze off of Ash, which is quite difficult to do. The Ramber's really good at like attacking a ship, attacking me, but not so good at chasing down people and, you know, put pressure on them. But I was trying to drag frag Blaze a little bit just to mess up with his maneuverability, and yeah, it didn't really work. He stuck to his guns and kept going after Ash, and once they whittled Ash out of the fight obviously and left it 2v1, it got interesting because because Blaze actually decided to jump out and leave it as 1v1. But yeah, I'm very much a person you shouldn't ram in PvP fights. I do tend to make very heavy, strong builds. I'm not one who's worried about the agility of the ship or the maneuverability. I've switched back because literally I was doing nothing to Blaze, so it was obvious that we had to try and, you know, shift one of them. It is odd lately, I've actually lost like every 2v2 I've had with the MOSA boys. I've been really struggling in 2v2s, but doing very well against them in 1v1s, which is kind of odd. I did lose a 1v1 to his ridiculous cutter. It's a horrible bi-weave build, phasing cutter, and yeah, I just didn't have the ammo on my cannon vet to do anything against it. It was literally like half an hour of my life I'm never going to get back. It was torturous to fight against, to be honest. But yeah, a really strong, weird build. Interesting build, but ultimately one I think you'd have to build a cutter to fight it. Though Ash somehow managed to take it out in his 5 PA ship, so which is hilarious. But as you can see, Ash has finally been taken out in this fight, and yeah, we have done not a lot other than get through a lot of banks. So yeah, this was not going so well. And I think Blaze, as soon as he'd put Ga5in in a position where he was going to win, ducked out of this one. I did get pip checked once, I think, quite badly, which yeah, it's kind of awkward. But yeah, I haven't got any banks on this. This is a one and done. It's got a lot of shields, but they're max mega joules, purely for the ramming. And yeah, as you can see, it's quite a weird build because it can survive 420 for quite a long time with how little the distro the frags use. And yeah, Blaze does so much damage with his PAs. He doesn't miss very often, and as you can see, my shields are waning, and trying to put damage into a bi-weave and keep it consistently damaged with burst damaging ships is quite difficult. And the speed his shields recharge at is also again an issue. Yeah, so it was a fun fight, but a very challenging one. And so Blaze, once he put Ga5in in a position where he should win, ducked out and left it 1v1, which is kind of cool. But that's typical Blaze. Blaze is probably one of the most generous PvPers on Elite Dangerous. He's always happy to PvP anyone, anywhere, and he's always up for a challenge and a fight. And he's such a good sport. and he'll fight to a percentage, he'll fight to the death, he'll always give you a chance to say GG before he kills you. A super generous and open guy that's willing to travel long distances to fight people for a bit of fun, and you can't get better than training than fighting against Blaze. He's one hell of an opponent, one hell of a pilot. In fact, as soon as I saw that Blaze was going to be the 2v2, I said to Ash, we've lost. I was disappointed that Ram didn't kill me, to be honest. I thought, oh, I'm going to go out in style and Ram, but I somehow survived the Ram that one. Honestly, I don't know how, because once the shields are down in this thing, it doesn't have a great amount of hull. It's not like a Mamba comes with a lot of hull, but yeah, certainly not a lot of hull when it compared to a crate bank tank ship. But yeah, I went down trying my best to ram and having a bit of fun, and I think I output a decent amount of damage in this fight. As you can see, I'm nearly totally out of ammo at this point. Yeah, so I think I did okay, but just one of those things. Elite Dangerous has a huge rock, paper, scissors combination, and certain ships will work well against certain ships, and certainly like high armor bank tanks with reasonable hull crates are very, very difficult to deal with in certain ships. Though 1v1, I think the Rambo would do okay against this build, but the Rambo is very much a 1v1 ship. It's so much easier to ram someone when they're coming directly at you rather than running away from you or fighting somebody else. And frags are less effective if you're chasing after someone. They're more effective again when someone's coming at you and they're at point blank range on a regular basis. But yeah, after this we had a couple of 1v1s. One of them I'm bringing you in full because it's an incredibly close one and a perfect gimbal scrub versus more meta build high DPS weaponry. And then I've got another 1v1 which I'm only bringing you a snippet of, which was my Rambo getting revenge for this defeat. My Rambo is such a fun ship to fly and fight in. It handles like a brick. It's very incredibly slow. It's dumb as hell, but it does smash things when it rams them. Yeah, so there we go. That was one of my 1v1s, and I had a slight panic as it didn't load the screen for a while, and I was like, why is it not loading? And it did. But I was bringing this little snippet of the 1v1 I had in the Rambo, and as you can see, I dominated the 1v1 quite comfortably. The Rambo got its revenge, but yeah, that's what the Rambo does. It's good at smashing 5 PA FDLs. That's kind of its raison d'etre. That's what I built it for, and that's what it's always been good at. Good old-fashioned 1v1s, slamming into things and smashing them. Anyway, that's all. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.